good afternoon. Can everybody hear me?
Yep, dat lukt.
Jazeker.
Okay, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
My name is Bastian Vandenberg. I'm the president of the Dutch American Chamber of Commerce. We are a 501c6 not-for-profit organization, and we have offices in Amsterdam, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Miami. Our mission is to promote trade and investment relationship between the Netherlands and the United States. And our core, most important, is that we serve our members in the United States and in the Netherlands. We assist Dutch businesses with doing business in the US. We assist US businesses doing business in the Netherlands. We do it in event organizations, and then we help students as well. I'd like to introduce you all to the Deputy Consul General of Chicago, Jeroen Beekman. Jeroen, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Bastian, and welcome everyone. As you probably could see, I had to step out. I'm working from home, which I think is a very fitting beginning of 2022, and I have 4 kids and they're from school, and well, you can fill in the rest. Yes, I am the Deputy Consul of the Netherlands here in Chicago. The Consul General sends his best wishes. He couldn't attend today. Welcome everyone. I want to use this session to wish you all, first of all, very, very happy 2021. May it be better than 2021. I think the previous speakers have said quite a bit about it. I want to use this session to really have a conversation with everybody here, and not speak too long. For me, I'm really curious how everybody has been doing business-wise in these past 2 COVID years. I started myself in August 2020 in the middle of the pandemic. I remember last year we gave a presentation on what the consulate does, but I'm not going to repeat that. I do want to take a short look back on the past year and then look forward, like I just mentioned, because the last time we met, I don't know who also was there in the call, but we were still in full, basically lockdown. There was no travel, and now things have significantly improved, but I think it's going to take a while, with some bumps on the road, to get into full pre-pandemic force, if we ever get there. So when we spoke last year, no travel, everything virtual, but I do have to say from the consulate that we did quite some things in the second half that resembles what we normally do. Took several business trips to the hubs we have here in the Midwest, to see where we can continue on certain themes that we have sorted out as being particularly of interest of Dutch businesses who are willing to enter to set up shop here. We went to Kentucky, where maybe some of you know we have an important greenhouse project. We went to Minnesota twice for talks on medtech and for talks on agri-food. And we went to Detroit, where we are planning an economic mission in May. And fingers crossed, let's hope that it will happen in person. I think for Chicago, most notable what we did was we started Orange on the Lake. It's a platform for Dutch startup scale-ups that are looking to start their business here. Within the platform, we had a first partnership with Wilbis Chicago in 1871, and hopefully in the coming weeks we can announce the first 2 businesses that will use their partnership to have a soft landing here and grow their business. The other thing I wanted to say, as you probably all know, that from the consulate we are ready to assist all Dutch entrepreneurs in any way possible, even though I have 3 economic experts in several themes that we work on in specific areas where we see more opportunity. And most important, we have an excellent relationship with the Dutch American Chamber, also thanks to the everlasting efforts of Bastiaan here in Chicago and the surroundings. So that's basically my 2 cents on looking back. Looking forward, like I said, I'm curious about any questions you have. Of course, I'm ready to answer them. My colleague Andreas is also on the call. And then I really want to know how you been, because of all the things that I think I'm still lacking, or the council still lacking, is field trips, talking to entrepreneurs in person, visits. It's quick how you forget how that was. It's also quick how you forget how virtual you were 6 months ago. So yeah, that's it from me. I just want to open the floor for questions or anybody willing to share the stories.
Well, I don't see any questions.
We can just start drinking also.
No, that's well. I have water here. I forgot the champagne. I want to start maybe with introducing our last member, Willem Bron. I think, Willem, are you on the call as well? If you want, you can unmute and you can introduce yourself to the people here, if that's something that you like to do.
Yes, thank you, Bastiaan. Very nice. Much appreciated. My name is Willem Bron. I've arrived to Chicago a couple of months ago. A bit of a hassle to come to Chicago last year during COVID. So I lived in West Africa for the last 6 years, Abidjan. And I see I have a colleague, an ex-colleague on the call, Ronald Graaf. So I was regional director for a Dutch packaging firm based in Abidjan. And I followed my wife, who works for Mars Wrigley in the cocoa sector. She's responsible for sustainability, tracing of cocoa from the sourcing countries to the plants. I'm married, 3 boys. The eldest lives in Delft, and the other 2 study in Delft, and the other 2 are with us here. So I'm just getting acquainted to the situation. I'm living in Edgewater in Chicago, and looking forward to getting to know you all. Thank you very much, Bastiaan. Much appreciated.
Welcome. Is there anybody else that likes to introduce themselves?
I have friends working for Mars, Willem. They're German friends.
Okay, nice.
Richard Vaughan, he works for Mars Wrigley, came here.
There's so many
Year and
people, such a big country, and such a big company. It's incredible. A lot of people say I got acquaintances. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, well, they all work from home again. I asked them, what is your policy? And they basically reversed and said,
they're quite conservative in that stance. So there is less as possible, and so I'm sitting in one room, and my wife is sitting maybe 5 meters away in the other room also. So
I'm here again too.
Frustrating and annoying. So what can we do?
Yeah, sometimes it's like a throwback to the beginning of 2020. Only better prepared.
yeah, psychologically, I hope so too.
Yeah.
With kids.
Welcome.
Paul Bukema, he's also a member of the chamber. Can I ask you to introduce yourself? Do you like that?
Sure. Thank you, Bastiaan. I am an American of Dutch descent. My ancestors moved here many generations ago, some in between, I would say, the 1850s and the 1880s. But as Bastiaan knows, I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago in Dutch enclaves, and belonged to some organizations and a church with many other folks of Dutch ancestry, and I'm an attorney, and many of my clients are of Dutch ancestry as well. And through my relationship with Bastiaan, have been able to assist many businesses coming from the Netherlands to the United States. I have a practice with 3 other attorneys that work for me, as well as a paralegal. And we help people set up corporations, buy and sell businesses, buy and sell commercial property, lease commercial property. And it's been interesting the last couple of years. Our business has not declined at all, gratefully. It has remained busy as most of my clients are in service sectors, some internationally, and the demand for their products has only grown. Many are in the waste-related industries, and it has the pandemic has not hurt their business, but I've found benefited it, and it has led to need for additional space here in America and internationally, as well as challenges in hiring more and more employees. The labor market is probably one of the greatest challenges that we currently see, and trying to find qualified employees to hire for many of these businesses.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
I see my friend Henry Goudsmit is here. We used to live in the same village in the Netherlands, Vijfhuizen. And Henry has the best war stories. I don't know, Henry, are you able to join? Henry, I think you're on mute.
Work day.
Hey Ruud, nou ja, jij bent niet op het scherm. Kan jij jezelf voorstellen aan iedereen?
Sure, ja, Ruud Roggekamp. Ik woon zo'n beetje 30 jaar in de buurt hier. 10 jaar met FMC Corp, nu 20 jaar met Boeing. En ik ben mijn carrière gestart in Amsterdam bij Fokker. Dus altijd in de lucht, vaak in de luchtvaartwereld. Ik woon in dezelfde straat als Jeroen. In Wilmette, love it. Married, 3 kids, but they've all left the house. One's in London, one's in DC, one's in finishing up at Michigan. I do finance for Boeing, love it. It's a great company, but we had a rough couple of years. Part of it our own doing, part of it the COVID. But we're crawling out of a deep trough, and we're in the right direction. Moving forward, the office is open. Some folks in the office today. I'm here. I like it. It was a half-hour commute this morning. It's great. I love it. Traveling to London on Thursday. We'll see. You don't have to test anymore to get into the UK, which makes it a little easier. You just run the risk that you get stuck there if you test positive the day before you want to come back. So we'll see. Bring my computer with me. I'm ready to be done with this COVID, but while it's ongoing, we'll manage the best we can. We were in the Caribbean for Christmas, or before Christmas. There too, there's a lot of anxiety about traveling there and get the right tests done and paperwork filled out. Coming back, not knowing if you're going to test a fluke, false positive, or something like that. So, I'm sure you can all sympathize with that. And I was going to meet up with my nephew in London, and he's in Canada right now, and he just tested positive, so he's not going to make it. But yeah, we'll just do our best to struggle along for now.
Thank you, Ruud. I also see a famous person in our list. Her name is Katinka Klein. Katinka, are you willing to say hello to everybody and explain what you do in Chicago?
Hey, Bastiaan, so good
Hey,
to see you.
Katinka.
There's a lot of noise here, so I asked people to be quiet. I know it's Bastiaan, and are we speaking English or Dutch?
English, yes, English, yes.
I know Herbert and Bastiaan from a really long time ago, and I play cello in the Chicago Symphony, and I don't see a lot of Dutch people on stage except for, we used to work a lot with Bernard Haitink, and Edo de Waard comes a lot, and also Jaap van Zweden comes now and then. I was surprised that last week was our first week back and it was completely packed. I was really surprised to see that everybody wanted to come out and people were not that scared to come to the symphony. We now have a vaccine mandate, which is new. We didn't have it before. You have to have you needed a negative test, but and we do. Everybody does a COVID test every week, and the Wins do it every day because they cannot wear masks. And we've lost a couple of people throughout the week. But
How many
everybody,
years are you with the Chicago Symphony, Katinka?
just since '95, so a long time.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
And I think that makes the bridge to Herbert, because I think Herbert saw you play. I saw on Facebook that he visited you, I think. Is that correct, Herbert?
Think you're on mute, Herbert?
No.
On Friday, I was at Symphony Center and saw you do Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue.
great,
It was
great.
very nice. I waved at you, but you didn't wave back. So that's
Did
too
you
bad.
feel? How did you feel in the hall? Did you feel comfortable?
I was very comfortable. I was sitting in the choir section behind you, which
Mhm.
are my favorite seats because you can look over the shoulders of the musician and see what they're doing. But no, I felt comfortable. They checked your vaccination card, and that was about it. So no, except the concession stand is closed. They
Well,
don't
that's
sell drinks.
yeah. But you got some free water, right?
I didn't get any free water.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I was in a cheap seat. So.
I mean, I was surprised it was that full. I mean, is anyone else? I mean, is everybody going to events?
Yeah,
I
went.
went to the opera, but that was pre-Omicron.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good to be out there again, for sure. And
Yeah.
they checked your status, and it was pretty packed.
I went to the last game of the Chicago Bulls. They closed all basketball games after that for last week. So
I also went to the Bears, which, apart from that it was a lousy game, although they won, was fun to be in a sports game again.
We hebben nog een andere member, Renier Prange. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, someone's calling me. So my name is Rainier, living in Downers Grove, bought a home like a year ago, moved to the US because of love, fell in love with an American, we're married now, so work in industrial real estate, I'm a broker, so if someone's looking for a warehouse or manufacturing space, let me know. So COVID for warehousing has been, in my industry, been almost like a blessing. It's kind of weird to say, but vacancy rate is really low. So it's been a good year business-wise for us.
Thank you, Renier. My favorite Belgian, Leentje, are you here? You'd like to say something about IMS?
Yes, hi. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, I'm probably the only Belgian here in this room, but a good friend of the Netherlands.
I'm married to a Belgian, so I'm half Belgian now.
Great choice,
Don't worry.
great choice. I'm here to represent IMS, International Management Solutions. And so I'm their business developer for the Benelux, and we help European companies expand to the US, anything tax, accounting, payroll related. That's
Thank you,
and I'm,
Leentje.
yeah, president of the Belgian American Club, and not just for Belgians. So all friends of Belgium are welcome as well. Well, to the events that we will hopefully be hosting soon.
Thank you. I see Henry. I see a screen now. Henry, are you on?
Can I just add that we had an excellent webinar with Leentje last year when we were still full digital. And I think just here with this audience, just thank you once again for this good webinar. It was just this generic webinar we do once in a while doing business in the Midwest. And it's one of my first when I got here. So it's not last year. It was in 2020, I think.
No, it was January. I think
It was
it's
last year.
Yeah.
January last year. Yeah. Well, always open to host another one, by the way.
Yep.
Thank you. Let's try it again. Henry, are you here? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. It's very good to see you, my friend. It's been a
good
long
to see
time.
you too. It has been a while.
Yes. It's good to see you. Thank you for. You have you survived the Second World War, and we came from it. I appreciate you very much, and you're my war hero with the best war stories. So thank you for being here.
Well, it wasn't by choice. It just happened, and but it's a long time ago. But I mean, I never forget, and I hope that everybody else doesn't forget it either.
No.
But there are very few of us left because I'm already a so-called older person.
And tell me why you came to the US. You could choose to be general director of Ajax, or you could have another job, and you came to the US. But
Well, the US was an offer I couldn't refuse. So that's why I came here, and it's in July, it will be 50 years ago. So yeah, I hope to be here for a while.
yeah, well, it's good to see you. Thank you.
Same here. Thank you, Bastiaan.
I see Sander Scholte. Sander, are you able to join? Say hello.
Yes, I am.
Hi, Sander. Long
How you
time.
doing, boss?
Good. Good. What are
Yeah,
you
I
doing
figured.
now?
I'm actually working as an independent consultant, helping businesses on the business development side in both Europe and the US.
Okay.
But currently living in the Netherlands again, unfortunately.
Yes. Sander you were the head of the NFIA in Chicago for a while, right?
Yeah, correct, for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I set up the North American office for Olieslager, which also was located in Naperville, because that's where we were living. And we've been back in the Netherlands for about 1.5 years now.
Okay. Thank you, Sander.
How are you doing? How are you
good.
doing?
I'm doing good. Let's go to the list.
All right, good.
Piet Hein Knoop, do you want to say something? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, wait, one second. The camera. All right, hi. Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Piet Hein Knoop, and I work for Rabobank. For those who have lived in the Netherlands, I'm sure that's a familiar name. I've been in Chicago now with my family for almost 4 years. The Rabobank office is in downtown in the Loop. I live with my family in Lincoln Park. And focus of Rabo in Chicago is mainly to be a lender to the larger food and agriculture companies in the Chicago football. But we have offices also in New York and in Atlanta, so we cover the North America region through these offices. So, but great to
nice to meet you. Nice to meet
be
you.
part of this, and hopefully we can meet in person sometime soon, Bastiaan.
Yes, me too. Tom Bijvoet, I don't know you. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I don't know you either, but it's great to meet you. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit of an intruder. I'm based in Toronto, in Canada, but I chose the breakout room that was closest to me. I publish a magazine and a newspaper. Newspaper is a monthly in Dutch, and the magazine is called Dutch, the magazine. It's in English, full glossy bi-monthly magazine. And about 1/3 of our readers are in the United States, and 2/3 are in Canada. Holland's not the only country that likes to export, so does Canada. So I've received a subsidy to improve or enhance our presence in the United States. So I thought I'd jump on the call, and it's great to meet you all. And maybe we can do some work together at some point.
Thank you. Ronald de Graaf, I see you. Can you introduce yourself? You're on mute, Ronald.
Thanks, Bastiaan. Nice to meet you, and nice to meet everybody. Happy New Year. Yeah, Ronald de Graaf, my name. I am close to Rotterdam in the Netherlands at the moment, and working for a packaging company. Same company that Willem Bron worked for, actually. So it's a nice coincidence meeting a former colleague here. We are investigating the possibility to cross the ocean with our business to the United States. Okay. So this is actually my first virtual move towards you guys. And yeah, certainly we're going to reach out for more questions and help along the way in the coming weeks, I guess.
Okay. Well,
we were in a call together, not Ronald?
Exactly.
Yes,
I got your message just like 2 hours back. I saw your message, so I hooked up.
Oh, I'm very happy that you're joining, and we'll certainly continue the conversation around the big move.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Johnny de Boer, do you like to introduce yourself?
Bastiaan, thanks very much. Hi, I'm Johnny. Nice to meet everyone. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I moved here from the Bay Area last year. It's still a bit weird networking in this way, and I hope maybe in the future there's a different event where we can actually shake hands and maybe have a drink or two. I come from the textile industry. I worked in Europe, all over Europe and Asia for a zipper manufacturer. And then my life brought me to the Bay Area following my wife. And somehow that landed me in localization, and which is what I do for LinkedIn at the moment. So everything you see on LinkedIn, if you log in via Dutch IP address, supposedly passes my desk. But grateful for the opportunity. Thanks for letting me introduce myself, Bastiaan. I'm here in Des Plaines, and yeah, looking forward to connect with a few of you guys.
Thank you, Johnny. Eric Wachspres. Eric, you like to say something? You like to introduce yourself?
Sure, Bastiaan, we met several times in person. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that in a couple of years. I'm an attorney. I do trademark copyright work, brand creation, brand acquisition work. I'm in the West Loop, as you can see by the background, and a client in the Netherlands. I visited him, and that's what created the relationship. So.
Thank you. Good to see you. Yeah, normally we see each other at the monthly drinks, but we don't do that so much. So,
right.
Don Garner, you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely.
Hi, Don.
I want to say hello to all here, as well as so hello, Bastiaan and Herbert. Good to see you, and look forward to participating in this year's event.
Okay, good. I think everybody introduced themselves that's left in the room, I think. Is there anybody that I missed or no? I don't think so, right? Well, the event was supposed to last till 4, but yeah, Jeroen talks a lot, so no. No, so it be past 4, so I don't know if anybody wants to share anything. If not, we can end the call. So anybody that wants the floor, go ahead, and otherwise we close the session.
I just want to say thanks, Bastiaan, for hosting, and I appreciated the stories that were shared. And I really look forward to meeting everybody in person at one point, at one event, or I'll reach out personally, because that's really useful for us, especially in helping new Dutch businesses getting started here. So thanks for joining.
No, and I think it was a good idea that we did the introduction, because there was a lot of sending last year, and I think this was a nice way so you could meet some people behind the computer. So thank you.
And see some new
and my
faces.
short
Oh, sorry, Andrea.
Andrea.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I'm just underscoring and agreeing with what you're saying. I think it's nice that we got to see some new faces with so yeah, and look forward to seeing you all in person this year at some point.
Okay. So, well, thank you, everybody. Happy New Year, and hopefully we have an in-person drink soon. So, okay, let's see.